Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a story that's been on my mind, a poignant reflection on life choices, family, and what truly matters. It's a personal journey that might just resonate with some of you. Like many, I pursued an MBBS degree, a dream for my parents, and then passed Pell Lab to enter the UK, a land I saw as full of opportunities. Arriving here, it felt like a dream come true. I envisioned a 5-year stay, enough time to earn and then settle comfortably back in India. My father, a government employee, had managed to acquire a decent one-bedroom flat after his retirement, and I wanted to achieve more. But as time went on, homesickness and loneliness started to creep in. Weekly calls home to my parents on those cheap international phone cards became my lifeline. 2 years flew by, filled with McDonald's burgers, KFC chicken, and watching the foreign exchange rates, happy whenever the rupee dipped. Then, I decided it was time to marry. I informed my parents I had just 10 days of holiday, and everything had to happen within that short window. I booked the cheapest flight, buzzing with excitement, shopping for gifts for everyone back home, knowing how important it was not to miss anyone. Once home, a week was spent sifting through photographs of potential brides. With time running out, I had to make a choice. To my surprise, my in-laws insisted we marry in just 2 or 3 days, as I wouldn't get more holidays soon and they couldn't wait. After the wedding, it was time to return to the UK. I gave some money to my parents, asked the neighbors to keep an eye on them, and with my wife's visa miraculously approved, we headed back. My wife loved England for about 2 months, but then loneliness set in for her too. Our calls to India doubled, sometimes tripled, as she needed to speak to her parents. Our savings began to dwindle. Another 2 years passed, and then we were blessed with 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. Every time I spoke to my parents, their plea was the same: come to India so we can see our grandchildren every year. I planned to go, but work and financial constraints always prevented it. Visiting India remained a distant dream. Then one day I received devastating news. My parents were seriously ill. I tried desperately, but I couldn't get any leave, stuck in procedural red tape. I couldn't go. The next message I received confirmed my worst fears. My parents had passed away. With no one there, society members performed their last rites. I was shattered, depressed. They never got to see their grandchildren. A few more years passed, much to my children's dismay by then. They were almost fully integrated into British culture. In my wife's relief, we decided to return to India to settle down. I started looking for a suitable property, but to my dismay, my savings weren't enough, and property prices had soared. I had to return to the UK. My wife, however, refused to come back with me, and my children refused to stay in India. So, my 2 children and I returned to the UK, with me promising my wife I'd be back for good in 2 years. Time continued its relentless march. My daughter married a Scottish man, and my son found happiness living in Ireland. I finally decided enough is enough. I wound everything up and returned to India. I had just enough money to buy a decent 2-bedroom flat in a good locality. Now, I'm 60. My outings are limited to routine visits to the nearby place of worship. Sometimes I sit and wonder, was it all worth it? My father, who stayed in India, had a house to his name, and I, after all these journeys, have the same, nothing more. I lost my parents, and in a way, my children. For what? For just 1 extra bedroom? Looking out my window, I see children dancing, engrossed in their cable TV, and I worry about our new generation losing their values and culture. Occasionally I get cards from my children asking if I'm all right. Well, at least they remember me. Now, perhaps after I pass, it will be the neighbors again performing my last rites. God bless them. The question still echoes in my mind. Was all this worth it? I'm still searching for an answer. They say there are no unanswered prayers, but sometimes the answer is simply no. My faithful wife has also left me, gone to her holy abode. This story is a stark reminder to cherish what we have, to prioritize family and moments over material pursuits. What are your thoughts on this? Have you faced similar dilemmas? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you found this story thought-provoking, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.